1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005. There. 5,000, 1,005 bits. You happy? Yes, I am. Maybe this I'll teach you next time before you sing a Little Mermaid song on this channel. A lot of people mistake that they want to try to put Mickey as the evil one. Why don't they ever do somebody like, I don't know, Jafar? Anyway, chapter 15. Lesson in Friendship. Dinky, Cinnamon Stick, Apple Blossom, and the twins stood outside Screwball's bedroom. Go ahead, Lightning said, nudging her brother. Knock. I'm not knocking, Thunder insisted. You knock. No, you knock. You knock. Fine. Cinnamon Stick, you knock. No way. I'm not crazy to go near her when she's in this state. My cousin's right, Apple Blossom agreed. I suppose Lisa can't ever say it until she loses it. She went through a lot yesterday. Maybe if one of us go in. I'll go, Dinky volunteered. She's my best friend. Nobody ever argued whenever Dinky said that, knowing that the two of them were closer than bread and butter. Unicorn was about to knock on the door when Cinnamon Stick stopped her hoof. Be careful, he whispered. Dinky nodded and nodded. Go away, Screwball screamed from inside. It's me, Dinky. May I come in? There was a pause. Just you. The door opened automatically for Dinky to step inside. The room was completely dark and silent, save for Screwball sobbing and the chittering of 3 sparrows circling her. Dinky raised an eyebrow at them pleasantly. There for moral support, her friend stated. Right. Dinky got on the bed and carefully laid her hoof on Screwball's head. You okay? Do I look okay? The unicorn jumped back to her tone. Screwball sighed and rolled onto her back and sat up. I'm sorry, Dinks. I just had a bad day. I understand. Dinky nodded. Somebody stole this bag and franked me Dad. Those tattletale triplets, Screwball muttered under her breath. Everybody fights with their parents now and then. But this is the first time I fought with Dad. I mean, Mom's got me sore at me several times before, but not Dad. We never had anything to argue about till now. She buried her face in her knees and Dinky patted her head. The grandpa told me he was hard on you. What else did they say? Screwball said, not looking up. Unicorn bit her lip. Well, I don't know if you were talking crazy like you normally do, but they said you were out dating the Daisley. This time Screwball looked back up. It's true, okay? Dinky's eyes widened. Was he the special somebody you were talking about? Yes. Wow, you weren't kidding when you said your dad would get mad. Screwball expected a scream. You don't mind? Scream. My best friend's Princess of Chaos. My boyfriend's dad's a dragon. My eyes look in opposite directions. I need some weird stuff. The airplane giggled. Yeah, but changelings are supposed to be evil. Dinky shrugged. So you did. Screwball smiled and hugged her friend. I knew you understand, Dinky. What do the others think? Oh, they freaked out when the grandpa told us. Guess it makes sense that your parents did used to bow to changelings. But not Mothball. He wasn't born yet. Mothball? Screwball, Mothball. It's like you were meant for each other. You can run away together. It'd be so romantic. Yeah, it's a little more complicated than that, Dinky. Yes, so? For starters, he's the prince of the changelings. Dinky gasped. Wow, he's a prince even? You don't get it, Dinky. He's heir to Chrysalis' throne. Queen Chrysalis is his mother. Well, no offense, but your family represents perfect either. Second, Mothball doesn't believe he has a heart. That's silly. Everybody has a heart, and some of you do, Mommy says. But changelings aren't supposed to have hearts. Dad thinks Mothball is just leading me on. Then why does he keep coming in your window? But anyway, I saw the rose. Screwball sighed. Of course you did. Everything will be Dinky. These were definitely embarrassing you and multiple relatives ever had them. Your pony shook her head. Dinky, face it. You could be my best friend, but you can really be naive sometimes. Exactly, Dinky exclaimed, flinging her foreleg around Screwball's shoulders. But that's why you big support the entire way. Screwball grinned. Thanks, Dinky. You know how Golddigger and Silvertray used to say I'd become evil and turn to stone? I don't see how it could happen when I have a friend like you. You know what they say? Friends to the end, they said together. Move over, Lightning whispered harshly, shoving her brother to the keyhole. I wanna look. Guys, we shouldn't be doing this, Cinnamon Sister insisted. Aren't you worried your girlfriend might actually get turned into an orange? Come on, Screwball would never hurt Dinky. What will I do now? Apple Blossom asked. Lightning about to answer when Thunder took control of the keyhole. Dear Huggin, that must be a good sign. What are you ponies up to? The four jumped at the sound of Twilight Sparkle's voice. We're not little, Thunder grumbled. We're 15. Lightning nuzzled in the side and whispered, Show some respect. She looked at the Alicorn. Dinky went to Screwball when they're spying her, making sure they're okay. I tried talking them out of it. Didn't your parents teach you it's rude to eavesdrop? Twilight inquired. The twins hugged their head. Yes, Twilight. Good. Why don't you all join the others for breakfast? I need to speak with my goddaughter. The teenagers knew best not to argue with a princess. Twilight knocked on the door. Startled, the two mares inside. Yes, Screwball called. Screwy, it's your Aunt Twilight. Oh, come in. The Alicorn opened the door. Dinky bowed her head as a force of habit. Dinky, Twilight spoke softly, I need to speak with Screwball alone. They're serving muffins in the dining hall. The gray unicorn nodded and so too left alone. Am I in trouble? Screwball asked. Instead of answering a question, Twilight simply said, Follow me. Screwball had learned long ago that when grown-ups were disominous, it was wise to listen to them. So he put her propeller hat for good luck before following her godmother. I swear to Celestia on high, if you guys start singing We Are One, I'm out of here. Okay, to be fair, that is one of my favorite songs from Lion King 2. See, I can't like some things from that movie. It's the rest that annoys me. Twilight led her to a long hallway decorated with colorful stained glass windows. Have you ever been to this part of the castle? The Alicorn asked. Screwball shook her head. Never. I'm not surprised. It's not exactly your father's favorite wing. The first window she saw in him as a discord. What is this place exactly? This is the hallway leading to Canterlot Tower, where we keep the elements of harmony. The elements you see here are moments in history when the elements were used, along with many other victories. Yeah, like the whole entire battle with Titan and Terra, and then there was the whole entire Astor Corsair incidences, and the... Oh, sorry. Confusing this with Immortal game. Screwball counted at least 5 windows in which her father was depicted. There's one particularly unsettled one that showed her father treating a unicorn, Pegasus, and Earthpony as marionettes as he dangled them over a fire. The one next to it showed 2 alicorns circling a white fursuit of her father. She soon deduced it was Princess Celestia and Luna turning Discord to stone. Twilight saw the horrified expression on the Aunt Philly's face and felt guilty for showing her this. You must understand, your father was out of control then. That was before. She guided her to another window, one that was more pleasant. Her father was in this one as well, but so was a yellow Pegasus with pink flowing hair. They were riding in field and both looking happy. Excuse me a second. Cleb? Oh yeah, Laserbringer? Why did Celestia commission you for a stained glass of discordant flutters falling in love? Why? Well, you see, she figured it was kinda cute, and she wanted something special for it. I see. all these important victories, and the romance one is the one she picked. Yep. So he's a bit of a romantic last night. Thank you, Cleb. Honestly, I think Celestia just picks these at random sometimes. Beauty tamed beast. Mom and Dad. Your mother was saved to Equestria with her element of kindness alone. In a way, she saved your father as well. Screwball stared at the window of her parents for a moment, then looked around at the others. There was one of 6 ponies battling a dark eunuch, Alicorn, so he recognized the heroes as her mother and 5 aunts. That was the battle against Nightmare Moon, Twilight explained. Oh, Screwball said, remembering the story. That's how we all met. If you think about it, if the 6 of us had not recovered the elements of harmony that night, we would not have faced discord a year later, and your parents would not have met. Screwball pointed to the next window. Is that Uncle Spike? Twilight chuckled. Yes, that was our victory in the Crystal Empire. Spike's only win. Yeah, it's Kid Uncle. You can't hold me back for that one! You're right, Spike. I can't stop with that one. I can say it was pure luck, though. Oh, flip you! Flip you! Twilight chuckled. Hey, that's Cadence up there. She pointed to a pink window beside it. There she is again with shiny armor. Oh, yes. That was when the 2 of them used their love to defeat the... Twilight trailed off, but Screwball already knew what she was going to say. The changelings. Unicorn sighed and nodded solemnly. Screwball, the reason I brought you here is because there's a chance you could be on one of these windows someday. Whether you're depicted as a hero or a villain, it's up to you. Ow! 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 Thor!
Aye, I just wanted to see. Did you catch that plot point yet?
Yes, I did, Thor. You didn't need to hammer it in. Ow! Screwball's eyes widened as she stared at her godmother. You think I'm going to turn evil, don't you? All I know is you have great power, Screwball. And with great power comes great responsibility. May I remind you the story of Nightmare Moon? No, but I have a feeling you're going to remind me anyway. Princess Luna was always a good ruler, but there was jealousy and darkness in her heart. It took control of her a few times. You're like a daughter to me, Screwball. I do not want something like that to happen to you. It won't, Screwball insisted. Why would I ever? Last night, you lost control of your emotions. You used magic against your father. The mayor hung her head. Oh, that. But he was going to hurt Mothball. Mothball. Oh, yes, the Changeling Prince. If you don't mind me asking, how do you know him? Well, we kind of met as kids, and we became friends, and you are aware that changelings physically have no hearts. You know, we keep saying that, but have we done any autopsy on a dead changeling yet? No offense, King. No offense. I know, but he's different. I felt his heartbeat, I swear. Are you going to tell me to stay away from him too? Personally and regretfully, I agree with your father. Changelings are too dangerous for a young filly like you to be dealing with. I'm 15. I'm saying this from experience. It's in a changeling's nature to toy with ponies' emotions. If this prince is truly your friend, as he says, I have no right to lecture you, but you must be careful. You know I can tell when ponies are lying, and he hasn't lied to me about being my friend. Are you sure? Positive. Yeah, now that I think about it, with Screwball being a living lie detector, this should be real. The idea of him being a good person should be really less of a problem. It's like if you wrap Wonder Woman's lasso of truth around it, you get a bad guy who goes, I'm here to reform. I'm here to reform. That kind of senses it for me. Well, the choice is yours to make. Before you go, there's one lesson I had left to teach you today. Yeah. What do these windows have in common, other than the elements of harmony? Screwball rubbed her chin. In all of them, a bad guy was defeated. Yes, but you know how they were defeated? This includes your mother's taming of discord? Oh, Mom said it was the magic of friendship. Technically, it is the magic of friendship, but yes. It may sound cheesy, but friendship is one of the most powerful forms of magic. The only thing more powerful was what saved your father. My mom. And what did your mother offer him? Screwball glanced back at the two window of her parents. Love? Well, actually, I've attended a couple of Twilight's seminars on the magic of friendship and love, and she's actually written a couple of good diagrams that connects the power of the magic of friendship with the magic of love, and the two are very, very, very similar. As a matter of fact, the magic of friendship actually builds on the foundation of the power of love. In order to have full power of the power of love, you also need the power of friendship. Now, if you don't mind, I've got these other books here that'll get on with it! Sorry. Exactly. True love between two creatures is the greatest magic you'll ever find. You may be a being of chaos, Screwball, but there is a chance you held such magic in your heart. Never lose sight of it, okay? Screwball was a little confused, but then again, Twilight often confused her. She nodded anyway. Screwball, before Thor comes in to hammer this plot point back into my skull, I don't think you need to be that confused. Let me put it this way. Even though I have not read the rest of the story yet, or seen the rest of the audio play, I guarantee you, somehow, your love and Mothball's love is going to be important to this plot point. Alright, you couldn't tell me that it wasn't an obvious plot point more if you hit me with a train!
Aye, verily, that's why we're not about to hammer this in.
What? Oh. Wasn't expecting train gal. Ow! Stupid. Obvious as hell plot points. Spine. Hurting. Nostrils. Flared. Ugh. Not that this is a hint on the show, on this fic, by the way. Professional Disney cartoons and movies can be obvious as all get out with their plot points, and they're pretty good too. So it's not a slight. This is more just one of those obvious plot points that you can see coming a mile away. Remember, folks, cliches are not bad. They're tools. Good, the unicorn said with a smile. Are you going to breakfast? No thanks, the filly said. I'll just eat in my room. Twilight watched Screwball go with a sigh. Wondering the young mare understood her lesson. Whenever she had a chance, she would teach Screwball the control of her magic and the importance of friendship, hoping it would lay her down the right path. Considering how many friends she had, it seemed there was nothing to worry about. But now Screwball was friends with a changeling, and she suspected more. Twilight feared for the young mare. She had a choice between family and love. That's a decision no pony should ever be forced to make. It was quiet in the Discord household. Not even the baby was up to his usual antics. Discord sat pounding on the couch, his head in his hands. Fluttershy flew up to him and patted his head. What's wrong, honey? He looked at his wife sadly. Screwball hasn't spoken to me in over a week, ever since our fight. She does nothing but sit in her room with the baby. She'll come around soon enough. Or do you want me to use the stare on her? He sighed. No, I'll talk with her myself. As if on cue, the door to Screwball's room opened, and the filly floated out with her brother and hose. Mom, she asked, can I take Sadie for a walk in the park? I think I need some fresh air. Actually, it was mostly her that needed air. She'd been feeling very grimy lately. But of course, sweetie, Fluttershy said. I would go with you, but I'm being ready at the spa. What's she doing in Ponyville, anyway? Trouble at home. That's all I can tell you. Screwball looked at her father for a moment. He opened his mouth to say something, but she placed it in a baby buggy and rushed out the door before he could. What's the use? Discord groaned. Even if I managed to get in a word with her, she's not going to talk back. Then it's time we put our house down, Fleshlight declared. We'll sort out everything tonight at dinner. Sound good?
I guess.
Okay, I have to go now. She kissed him on the snoot. I love you. Her kiss made him grin a little.
I love you too.
Mothball sunk into the bed. All exits were guarded, including the secret one. He'd been confined to this room for over a week, and had contemplated his escape ever since. Any moment now, his mother would carry out her plot. She thought he did not know about the new phase, but he had heard from it from some foolish drones gloating outside of his room. He had to get out of here and warn Screwball. Seeing her family were in danger, it was all his fault. It was time to think. Mothball had at least figured out which way he was going to escape. The main exit was out, because it led to the hive, and he would be seen. If he went out back and somehow incapacitated the two guards, he was less likely to get caught. But how was he going to do that? It's not like you can make them obey him with a glow of his horn. Wait a minute. As a prince, his mother taught him how to control changelings as well as ponies. Only royal changelings could do that. Otherwise, any changeling would have the power to overthrow the queen. Mind control was not his strength, but he could harness enough energy. He lifted his poster and poked his head through the hole. 2 entrances and 100 on either side. Hey, Hornet, Wasp, I'm getting kind of hungry. Do you think you can slip out for a moment and get a quick meal? I will tell mothers. On his entry on his left, Hornet said, Nice try, Your Highness, but we weren't born yesterday. Yeah. Last night, those guys are all in the nursery with the other larvae. We have orders for the queen not to let you out of your room under any circumstances. Mothball crossed his eyes as his horn began to glow. Hey, what are you? Horn started to ask. It was cut off as the prince saw a green beam out. Boss to cast sound the alarms. He was silenced too as Mothball placed him under his control. It worked, the prince uttered. Now please remain quiet and listen carefully. I'm coming out. You're not to tell anyone. Understand? The sentry nodded absently-mindedly. The triumphant. The prince did not waste a moment. He took to the skies. Oh, I hope I'm not too late. He exclaimed. Thank you for helping me out today, Suga, Applejack said to her adopted daughter as he stood behind the apple cart. It was either this or spend the day with Gemstone. Cinnamoroll giggled. Now, that's not very nice. Though Applejack was still a little short with rarity after the spat at the gala, she felt guilty for not apologizing for her insensitivity. Or your OOC-ness, or your pointlessness, or, why was that scene even there? The cowgirl's ears picked up at the sound of a familiar voice, though it was making inappropriate noises. She saw it was coming from an alley from a few feet away. Excuse me, huh? She said to the Cinnamoroll. I gotta get something out. Applejack constantly walked towards the sound and peered her head over the corner. What she saw made her jaw drop. Fluttershy! Let's see. Okay, it just looks bad. But seriously, what's going to happen in the next few chapters cannot be something... the next chapter is called Betrayal. Why do I see a giant signpost that says, Warning, the next chapter is probably going to piss you off? Trixie? Yes? Get the Xanax. It's a calm me downers. Right. Trixie will talk to your mother. I'm not going to like the next chapter, am I?